We're so awesomely, so fully committed to our kids' health, we're at best partially committed to ours. But with this one, I really just wanted to give you that chance to say, what if? What would be different if I really fully invested in the health of my nervous system as well? Welcome to the Experience Miracles podcast, where we help parents find hope, answers, and drug-free help to overcome your child's chronic health challenges. I'm your host, Dr. Tony Ebel, and I'll be sharing my experiences as both a dad and a doctor on every episode. I can take the latest science and neurology of healing and break it down in the most simple and relatable way possible. We'll take on the toughest topics and answer your biggest questions through interviews with other amazing parents and leading experts, leaving you with practical action steps that you can take to help your child heal and thrive. It's time to expect and experience miracles. Let's get started. This message right here is for exhausted parents who've tried literally everything from diet changes to detoxes to supplements to changing your mattress to Oura rings to Whoop to better sleep routines to meditation to yoga to Pilates, everything, and still struggle with chronic fatigue, brain fog, chronic stress, and that feeling of running on empty despite your best efforts to plug the gap and fix that energy crisis you live with every single day. With this message, we will dive deeper than any diet change, detox, or essential oil can, and we're going to learn how to reboot, recharge, and regulate our own freaking nervous systems. Parents, we are notorious for putting ourselves last and just existing and dragging ourselves through each day in a self-directed Starbucks, sugar, B12 supplements, concocted cocktail, and putting these things in our lives that only mask the symptoms of our exhaustion instead of address it at its root cause. Let's finally put our own health up front and get our energy, our vitality, and our quality of freaking life back. It's more than possible. I'm telling you, I live it. What I'm about to teach you, I get to do. It works. Let's dig in. So, real quick, if you've never seen a video or seen anything from me, I've got 4 kiddos, 3 of them teenagers. We've got a thriving pediatric and family practice. We have another organization where we teach and certify other chiropractors. I have 2 podcasts that I crank out 2 episodes per week. And yes, I bring this much energy, this much enthusiasm, this much mojo to them. So if there is a message that really hits home for me, it's this one. I love serving kids. That is my number one mission in life, is getting kids their health, their nervous system function, their energy, their connection, their quality of life back and through the roof. And then for our wellness patients, keeping it, right? Being proactive with health and well-being. I love that. Our obsession, our work that God called us to do here is to serve your kids, which means we need to serve you, which means we need to take care of you. We need to get you fully understanding what's robbing you of your energy and your health and what's causing you to be so exhausted and so stressed out and so dysregulated yourself all the time. You want to know the number one cheat code to getting kids better? Get their parents better. Get their parents to put themselves not last, but right alongside their kids in terms of health priorities and saying, what's causing us to be so sick? What's causing us to be so exhausted? Let's address that, not with Starbucks, not with medications, and not even with supplementation, which maybe do the job, the magnesiums, the B12s, the IVIGs. I love them. The cold plunges, the saunas. There's a freaking sauna right behind me. I live on a farm, so I can go for a walk out in nature. So we are about to put everything together to reboot and recharge your energy. But there is a batting order. There is a pecking order and a priority order to this that you probably need to start with if you're truly exhausted, dysregulated, and burnt out yourself. Because if you've let this go, which we all have, hey, no judgment in this freaking video, telling you, 4 kids, I've even battled chronic Lyme's disease myself and had to fully reboot into that headwind and get my energy, and as I like to call it, get my mojo back. And I've got it. And I know that I need to stay quite meticulous and very consistent with it. And I know that when I lost it, I needed to be really aggressive, if you will, in these things, in the order that I'm about to teach you, in order to get my health and my energy back. So I want this message so badly for you because the experience, that's why we talk about the experience miracles here in our work. The experience I get to have as a parent who does have full energy the vast majority of the time means not only can I get everything done with my work and my calling that God has put me on earth here to do, but when I'm home, I'm playing, I'm connecting, I've got energy, I'm working out with my family, I'm connecting with my family. This is the life that we literally dream of for your family as well. And it includes you. It's not in the absence of you, mom and dad, in your health and your energy and your well-being. So let's get a little sciencey, and then we're going to get really action steppy and really go step by step. How do you get your health? How do you get your energy? How do you get your mojo back? Okay, let's talk about what actually exhausts us. It's everything. It is literally all the different things coming at us at one time. In chiropractic, we call this the 3 T's. So there's physical stress. A lot of us are stuck at a desk for so long. We're thinking like, oh, is that got to be an injury? Maybe you did have an injury. Definitely we see chronic fatigue, dysautonomia, all sorts of energetic brain fog, mental emotional challenges for our patients who have auto accidents and other sort of things. But you know what the most common physical stressor is that parents deal with? Just being stuck in a car, driving our kids all over the place, stuck in bleachers, watching our kids with practices and sports, and then stuck at a desk or stuck in a commute or stuck in all of those places. When we are not physically moving, we're actually physically getting our stress stuck in our neck and our shoulders. And when we get into this physical stress, strain, tension, and it leads to exhaustion. Because if you've ever had neck issues, shoulder issues, pain, headache, that sort of stuff, if you even had it for a few hours, it's exhausting. It's an absolute drain on your energy. So physical stressors are the first. So that is the first thing that we address when we get into the action steps here in a little bit with adjustments, when we start talking about yoga and mobility and these other sort of things we're going to put into the mix. It's the physical stress that actually is the one that a lot of people overlook, that is really tied to the lack of energy and the mental emotional dysregulation we deal with and the brain fog. And you can fix physical stress with physical intervention. So we'll circle back to that. Second, we talk about chemical stress, toxins. A lot of us have done everything to try and shift our kids' diets and get good, healthy vitamins and food and nutrition into them. How's yours? And I don't want to get into this conversation right now about, well, tell me, Dr. Tony, do you eat keto? Do you eat paleo? Do you eat macro? Do you something else with an O? We eat clean. The number one thing I can tell you that will destroy your energy is chemicals and preservatives. Yes, you need a whole lot more protein and healthy fats than you need grain, carbohydrates, and yes, fruits and vegetables. Do you really need a nutrition lecture from us right now? Like, do we not know the good things, the good nutrition program? Do we not know that it's protein and healthy fats and lots of water and those good fruits and vegetables and smoothies and so forth? Y'all, we all know this, but if we let the first thing, just our physical stress, exhaust us, and then the third element, mental emotional stress. We're just trying to do too much. We say no to nothing and yes to everything. And we've overscheduled, overcooked everything. We feel like we got to help out and be involved in everything. And we're just got 6 million things on our plate every 6 seconds. And so mentally, emotionally, literally, cognitively, our brains are exhausted. Well, when you have physical stress and emotional stress 24/7, 365, your nervous system becomes what's called dysregulated, dysautonomic. So your sympathetic fight or flight gets overactivated first. That's where we go. We always call parents kind of wound up and then worn out. So you get anxious, you get wound up, you get stressed out, you get chaotic, you get irritable, you get sleep challenges. And then from those stressors, physical stress and emotional stress, bam, now you are stuck in this stress loop, this sympathetic storm. You get stuck there for months and years, and you get exhausted, and you get tired, and you get addicted to this wired but tired mode and mentality. And guess who steps right into that? Starbucks, Frappuccino, sugar, chemically laced foods, energy drink, Celsius, and even often, and I know this because sometimes I'll even step into this trap still, I'd just be a little off track with I usually stay active, but I'll skip my stretching and my mobility, so my physical tension will build on my neck and shoulders. And I am definitely prone to saying, again, I have 2 podcasts, 4 kids, 3 companies, definitely prone to saying yes to a lot of things, just sharing my parent experience with you. And so if I let my physical health slide a little bit, and then I let my mental emotional, if I let my schedule get a little too crazy, how's my diet? Worse. Because what do we get into to kind of feed that quick burning fire? Sugar, carbs, grains. And so what I wanted to do today, and I know I'm using a lot of hand motions for this one, to say, if you feel like the thing you need to do is like, man, I probably wouldn't need so many B12, vitamins, supplements, magnesium, zinc, and all these kind of like energy boosting supplements, if I didn't have such an energy draining life. And also, you know what? Some of us just do for a season. I'm putting this all in contrast, but I want you to be able to have it all in play. This take home message isn't about, hey, the number one trick to get your energy back is to get adjusted. The number one trick to get your energy back is to get B12 injections, IVIG, NAD, peptides, BPZ9er 142. I actually don't know what it is. And essential oils. Take your peppermint, get it rolling. Get it rolling. Most essential oils come in rollers. That came to me in the midst of that. So there is a lot of things on the list that will boost our energy, but we need both sides of the coin. We need both sides of the list. First, look at things that are draining your energy and let them drain you less. Start to pull back on things that you know are exhausting. It's okay to say no to room mom in 4th grade, even though you were the baller status room mom, bringing in gluten-free, red dye, 40 number free cupcakes through 1st through 3rd grade. We love you. We get you, but you can have the year off so you can get your energy and your nervous system back, mom. Dad, you don't have to coach all 13 travel softball leagues who go to championship trophy chasing tournaments every Saturday, every Sunday, and you get no time off either to let your nervous system recalibrate. Those are just 2 examples, and it can go in all sorts of different directions, right? But the truth is, if you have less stress draining your nervous system, you'll need less of these kind of stopgaps, even if they're healthy and natural, like B12 and magnesium and IVIGs and functional medicine and cold plunges and saunas and adjustments. We love this stuff. I just want you to see a bigger message with this one, that you don't want to become dependent upon any of that, whether it's Starbucks or a sauna. You want to use it proactively to optimize and maintain and keep pushing your energy and your health and your well-being forward. But let's close this one with where we know a lot of you are in reality. A lot of you are exhausted right now. A lot of you are completely tapped out, burnt out. Physically, you're dealing with neck and shoulder and headaches all day, every day. Your sleep is a mess. You can't fall asleep, stay asleep. Your digestion is killing you. Your battery is drained all the time. So what you're doing is you're probably stepping into all these things, right? You're trying a new workout. I was doing CrossFit. I couldn't keep up, so I switched to yoga. Now I'm doing Pilates. Now I'm doing high rocks. Now I'm doing, right now I'm just walking or rucking, or you're doing a mix of everything, but it's hard to get your mojo back. You've done paleo, you've done keto, you've tracked your protein and your macros, you've taken all of your supplements, you've got essential oil diffusers, you've got a mattress that literally sings lullabies to you at night to try and give you better sleep, and you track it through your Oura Ring or your Garmin or your Apple Watch. Just take a minute with us in this one and say, dang it, you're doing a good freaking job. You're trying to get your energy back, but there's one real hidden in plain sight root cause that'll drain your energy more than anything else out there. Your nervous system is more connected to your energy and your mojo than your gut and your nutrition and your fitness and your mattress. And so if you are what's called subluxated, meaning you've got all sorts of neurophysical, neuromechanical tension within your neurospinal system, the worst place to have it is right at the base of your skull and your shoulders and in between your shoulder blades. We call that the mom or the dad zone, where we carry all of our stress. So just take a look at yourself the next time you're working out or the next time you're sitting. You're probably physically looking wound up, shoulders up, neck tense, jaw grinds at night, and then worn out. Your posture is exhausted and you can barely move. And so the truth is that is a deep layer of nervous system dysfunction, subluxation, and dysregulation. And that likely needs 90 days, maybe a little more, depending on how burnt out and worn out you are. But we focus and specialize in what we call these 90 and 180-day reboot, recharge, re-energize, parent-focused care plans in our office. Generally, what that looks like is 3 times a week for 12 weeks, where you're getting neurologically focused adjustments. Some of those adjustments are designed to go into where all that tension and all that stress and all that physical, emotional, exhaustive tension is, and we release that tension. You're going to get these adjustments. You're going to be like, what just happened? That was amazing. I have not been able to get rid of that since freaking college. And then you're going to get other adjustments for your adrenals, for your thyroid, for your metabolism, for that side of your nervous system that is going to recharge, reboot, and re-energize the depleted, the worn out, the exhausted side of your system. So your endocrine function, hormones, are going to get way better. Your metabolic function, going to get way better. Who's done 1,000 workouts, changed your diet, and can't lose a pound? It's very common for parents, especially moms tell us this all the time. That is a sure sign of nervous system dysregulation, where no matter what diet change or what workout you do or what sleep schedule you keep or what supplements you take, you cannot get rid of the bloating. You can't get your metabolism active again, and you can barely lose any weight and change your body shape. That's nervous system. That's neurology. That then screws up and messes with endocrine function, physiology, and metabolic function. Let's talk about the results parents experience when they do the unthinkable, put themselves first, get scanned, get started, get under chiropractic care, and take care of their nervous system exhaustion, depletion, and dysregulation as well. Now, I know for you podcast listeners, I cannot, like when we're rocking on YouTube or we're doing stuff on Instagram or Facebook, I know I can't show the visuals with you, but one of the things that's really cool about PX Docs clinical protocols is we don't just, start a care plan and then wait 3 months, 6 months, or worse, even longer, to check in and say, hey, is this working? We actually check in every single visit. So the average exhausted care plan chiropractically. So I cannot give you obviously customized, personalized recommendations here on the podcast, but I know patterns. I know us parents pretty well. And I know for the majority of us, by the time we put ourselves first and say, hey, I'll take some help too. I'd love to get my nervous system taken care of and adjusted too. We're pretty toast, right? Usually our HRVs, heart rate variability, are completely what's called lower left, which is exhausted, wound up, and worn out, or completely exhausted. Like literally, we're just fried, okay? And we're full of tension. Our neck, our shoulders, our headaches are killing us. Our low back often for dudes or dads and hips are killing us. Our digestion is a mess, no matter how clean our nutrition is or how many supplements we take. So generally what I'm getting at here is it takes us at least a 90-day, and I mentioned this earlier, at least a 90-day neuro restoration care plan that starts 3 times a week. Okay, that's the typical care plan for parents. If we're even more exhausted, let's say maybe you're battling some POTS, some Lymes, or some other chronic health issues and metabolic issues, and a lot of times moms and dads are. We've been through our own perfect storms. Sometimes that 3-month plan is a 4-month plan, a 5-month plan, or even a 6-month plan where you're getting adjusted a couple of times a week. We check in on the regular every single visit. If you're under care with us for your kiddo or for you, you know that we don't ask surface level questions when our patients come in. We get right to it. We care so much that you get the most out of care that we really ask. We always joke actually when families are getting adjusted together and moms and dads are in the room. And when I ask mom, how you doing? I usually look at dad and like, tell me the truth. How's she doing? Right? And then when dad's on the table and I'm like, how's he doing? I don't ask him. He ain't going to tell me the truth. Us parents lie to ourselves just with love. I'm saying the word lie. It's a heavy word, but we'll dismiss everything. I'm good. And then the other spouse will be like, yeah, they slept like 2 hours last night and have had a heck of a week at work. So we often have to go to the significant other and spouse to get the real data, but that's the point, right? This whole thing kind of works against us where we're so awesomely, so fully committed to our kids' health. We're at best partially committed to ours. But with this one, I really just wanted to give you that chance to say, what if? What would be different if I really fully invested in the health of my nervous system as well? Got under chiropractic care, got into all these other things we talk about that boost the vagus nerve and regulate our nervous system, improve our gut health, clean up our nutrition, get the right workouts programs going, prioritize our sleep, say no to 50% of the things that I used to say yes to that would just overload my plate and get me tired. And here's what's cool. Here's what I wanted to allude to before we're done. And I have the visual on my iPad, so I'm going to read you the results and the percentages of parent reporting from care. But I wish I could show it to you because this visual is so powerful. So we ask our patients every 12 adjustments, our adult parent patients, how are things doing on this list of like kind of 10 to 20 different real life challenges. And actually I'm going to add to this math here in a second, but I'll explain that here shortly. 47% of parents, as of recording, like I pulled this data from our software today. We track this ongoing. 47% of our patients report less pain and tension. 40% report better sleeping. 37% report improved regulation and stress management. 31% improved energy levels. 28% flexibility and mobility. 25% happier and more easygoing. 24% digestive and immune health. And the list goes on of holy cow. And I want you to think about this for a second. First off, those numbers are higher. Because so many of our patients, we ask those questions and then it aggregates and runs this. I'm not I can't even say statistician. That's not a thing. What the heck? I mean, I've screwed up a lot of words on this podcast, but I'm not a CPA spreadsheet Steve, specialty. Okay, here. So what I'm trying to say is this. Sorry, data analysis people and friends out there who are like, I know what he's trying to say, but this guy should stick to the nervous system because he doesn't know what he's talking about when he's talking statistics. I kind of do, but I don't. We actually ask them that every time. And sometimes it takes 3 months to get a mom's nervous system, which was so exhausted and depleted, to symptomatically, meaning like sleep and physical tension. Guys, healing doesn't happen overnight, especially for parents who have been stressed for 30 to 40 years, and they're just now getting chiropractic and getting adjusted. So because we ask those questions every 12 visits, and sometimes, truth be told, I never tell you anything but the truth on this podcast. Sometimes it takes 90 days to break through and have a mom or a dad start to feel better and experience life better physically with their stress and with their sleep. So actually those stats, if we look at our clinical results as it adds up mathematically, by the time a parent, an exhausted, stressed out, wound up, worn out parent, by the time a parent finishes their restorative care plan under care in our office, it's about 80 to 90%. A lot of this stuff is actually at 95% and towards 100% that the benefit is experienced. Improved sleep, less physical tension, less emotional stress, less brain fog, meaning more clarity, more energy, more vitality, more resilience, more adaptability. I could talk about the bad and how it goes away all day long, but what I could really talk about 24/7, 365 is all the good you get as an exhausted parent when you put yourself first and get under chiropractic care. The results are insane. There's no medication that gets the results we do, like neurologically-focused chiropractic. Nobody can actually, even just those percentages, 47, 40, 37, 31, which are, again, are actually better by the time they finish the whole care plan. I hope that math makes sense. No supplement, no vitamin, no IVIG, no medication, no workout plan probably has those numbers at that high level. But it's not even about comparing this or that. It's about experiencing all of this with full energy. See, we want the most out of life, fully lived, full vitality, full energy, full health, full expression for your child. And we want it for you as freaking much. The parent experience, oh, you're a parent, you got kids, you're going to be tired now. No, that relies on our kids struggling. That relies on us struggling. Why have we accepted that? Bye-bye to that. No more. Don't take it. Don't accept it. Switch it. Flip it. 180. Take your kids and prioritize the health of their nervous system, and their stats, their results will be through the roof. And, not or. Please, no more or. Prioritizing your kiddos. PX Docs, we have family plans. We will make it work. It's how we do what we do. Get under care, you too, mom and dad. Experience getting rid of that physical tension you walk around with in your neck, your shoulders, your traps, and between your shoulder blades. I feel you, mom. I know you. Get rid of what we call the adrenal ache, which is that low to middle back, which is always tired, always dull, always bothering. Dads, you're not going to go to yoga class. Let's be real. Who's got an hour to go freaking cat-cow yourself? Just kidding. I love yoga. Shout out to my yoga teachers. I'm sorry. Love you guys. But you know what? Getting adjusted when you're a busy dude, busy dad, and you get the same or more neurological benefit in 3 minutes or less, let's go with both. Let's prioritize them that way, right? And so get adjusted. Get everything better physically. Get everything better metabolically. Get everything better with your gut, your immune system, your respiration, your motor system, your sleep, your mental, emotional, cognition, focus, energy, performance, mood. You name it, it gets better when your nervous system gets better. So moms and dads, this is for you too. And if you are completely depleted and completely exhausted, I'm just going to go out on a limb here, which isn't a limb at all. It's a neurophysiological, clinically based experience. Fact, the B12, the cold plunges, the sauna, the macro tracking, the new workout plan, it's going to help. They're going to be awesome. they might not, probably won't be awesome enough to completely recharge and recalibrate your nervous system. Nothing changes your quality of life like neurologically focused chiropractic care. Not just for your kids, moms and dads, but for you too.